Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to a brand new series, actually a whole new thing on this channel. This channel has always been about game development, but now we're moving on to something else. It is slightly terrifying, but also extremely exciting. Today we're starting web development. Now this is going to be freaking awesome, trust me. And we're going to be making some websites. I'm going to have basically the complete intro and stuff to web development, how to make basic websites that look alright. They look pretty good for basic coding and stuff. And so this is web development level 1. And then level 2 and level 3 will be available on my website. And that's when we get into more depth stuff, such as JavaScript and jQuery and PHP and making websites that you see these days, such as this website here, or stuff like Facebook and all that stuff. Making sites that look a bit nicer and just are more appealing, that are a little more futuristic. But you can't do that without getting through the basics, getting through level 1. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to reference this to you guys. This is Brackets. This is in Adobe, the free Adobe program that is for writing code, doing web development, and I love it. I highly recommend it. It is free for download on brackets.io. That being said, you could use like Notepad++ or something, but honestly, I think Brackets is the best. But I'm going to open up Brackets right now, and the first thing I want you to do is I want you to make a folder somewhere and title it like website or something. So I'm going to make mine on my desktop here in just a second as soon as Brackets boots up. I should have had it already up. I don't know, I'm a goof. Okay, so what we have here is we have Brackets. And as you can see, there's not much. We got a new update. I'll get it later. But I'm going to hit File New. And it's going to create a new document for me. And it's an empty document and it's not saved as anything. So I'm going to hit File, Save As, and at first it'll take you to getting started. I'm just going to go to my desktop, put WebTut for web tutorial, and I'm just going to name this index.html. And we have to put the .html because that tells Brackets and tells the computer that this is an HTML document. Now all our web development will be in HTML and CSS for this first level, and they're basically the backbones of every single website you see. They're important to structure and making sure that the layout is good. You may hear about HTML5, and that's basically using more JavaScript. And HTML5 has a lot more features, but we're just worrying about HTML and CSS right now. So index.html, I'm just going to hit save, and now as you can see, it's been saved as index.html, and that's perfect. That is exactly what we want. Now, what's first? First things first? We need to start the document. How do we start programming in HTML? And we're going to start it by putting an HTML tag. Now, a tag in HTML is basically it's a pinpoint. It tells the computer that this is a specific thing. So you will have tags for paragraphs, tags for images, and so it says, oh, this is an image, and it allows you to do certain things that tag can only do. But that'll make a lot more sense in a bit here. But to use a tag, you're going to put one of these less than signs, and we're going to put HTML, and then we're going to put a greater than sign. And if you're using Brackets, it'll automatically add another one for you. And we're going to hit enter. And now we have this HTML tag and this /HTML tag. And in HTML, this slash basically means that this is the closing tag. So we have the opening tag here, and then we have the closing tag. So basically anything between these two tags are in this HTML document. Otherwise, they might give us an error, they might break the website. So anything you program in HTML has to be between this HTML opening tag and this HTML closing tag. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. And next there are two more main types of tags we need to put in. We're going to put in the head tag. So we got head and /head. So this is where we're going to put stuff like the favicon, the document type, the title of the website, things like that. They're going to go in the head. Sometimes you'll have some JavaScript in there, but of course we'll worry about that later. And then we're going to add another tag, and this is going to be the body tag. Now the body is basically most of your content. Most of your content will go in the body tag. It's an extremely important tag. So now we have the head tag and the body tag. So already we're seeing a bit about tags and what they do. So these tags are for structure. But next we're going to be adding an element tag. And an element tag basically is an element of our website. So like an image, some text. But we're going to be adding a title tag. And we're going to add it under head. I'm going to tab in. And I'm going to put title. But I'm not going to tab down. I'm actually just going to put it in between the two tags. So it's all on one line. And this is the title of your website. So on Google, if I go to brackets, this is your title here. You got your favicon, which is the little image, and then we have the title. So their title is brackets dash a modern open source code editor that understands web design. So this is the title of your website, and we change that by putting text into here. So let's say my new website or something like that. It can be whatever you want, whatever your website is, but it's my new website. And if you actually, this is if you're using brackets once again, if you click on this lightning bolt, it's going to open a live preview. And basically that's just going to open your HTML document in your web browser. And then you can see it in action. Now if you're using anything else, all you have to do is double click on the document and it'll open up for you. Now a cool thing with brackets is that if you haven't saved your document, it'll have a little dot here beside it. So if I hit Control S, it'll save, and then it'll actually update this live. It'll update it right away. I don't have to reopen anything or refresh anything. It'll do it on its own. And as you can see here, it says my new website. So if I change this to Aryan Games and then hit Control S, boom, now it's Aryan Games. So that's pretty neat. So that is extremely important to building your website, is having this tag here. And I guess we might as well jump in. We're at 7 minutes now, or almost 8 minutes, but let's do a bit more so you guys can play around. We're going to go down to the body tag and let's actually add some text. So I'm going to say P, and now P is the paragraph tag. So it's less than, P greater than, and then it's going to have this /P. Now all your tags, any tag that opens has to close, so make sure that your tags close. And you can basically copy and paste it and add a slash. So we have P, and now we can type any text we type is going to show up on our screen. So any text between this opening P and this closing P. So I've got all this random stuff, but instead I'm going to say, welcome to Aryan Games. Hope you like it here. So I'm going to hit Control S to save, and we're going to go here, and you can see that the text is here. Now the text is quite small and the font is weird, but that's just the default stuff. In the next tutorials, we're going to learn how to make that whatever font we want, how to make it larger, how to center it, how to make it so much better. But already we've got the backbones of a website. Now you'll actually see a lot of websites these days that still look like this because they haven't updated themselves. But don't worry, we're going to make ours look a lot more modern. And I'm very excited because I've got a cool project for you guys to do at the end of this series, and it's going to be sweet. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you learned a bit. If you're into game development, go check out some of my other tutorials. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Happy deving, everyone.